How Lewis used to train and then come down to talk to writers in Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, with the towel over his head in that same way. Sonny Liston, too, for that matter. That's Joe Frazier. They spent a lot of time taping Joe's ankles in the dressing room. You're looking at Ali again and Joe. Joe, of course, terribly grim man where Ali is concerned. It showed in his preparation in the last fight and again in this one. That skirmish those weeks ago that you read so much about, that was real as far as Joe Frazier was concerned. He feels that through the years Ali has given him needless verbal abuse, and a prideful man Joe Frazier is. He never did take to it kindly. You're looking back in Ali, and as we await the introduction of the fighters, quickly let me cover the rules for you. We will, of course, have the mandatory 8 count. 3 knockdowns within a round, the fight is over. This is not a championship fight. It's a scheduled 12-rounder. They have not waived the 3 knockdown rule. There will be no saving by the bell. Scoring will be on a per-round system with a supplemental point system in the event of a tie based upon the round scoring. The referee will be a relatively young man, Tony Perez. He is, I think, an outstanding referee. In his first very big fight, Ellis Frazier, which this reporter worked, Perez showed an absolute ability to command the fighters. You're looking at young Tony now, always maintaining what a referee must maintain above all else. Perfect position to see that no undue harm is done, that no low blows go unheeded, and all of the rest. Perez has the youth, the swiftness, the know-how, and the strength to execute his job. The judges, 2 veteran judges, Tony Castellano and Jack Gordon. Now the ring announcer, Joe Boston.
Take a seat. This is the headline event on this evening's boxing program from Madison Square Garden in New York. The distance is 12 rounds. The principals in this headline event for the evening, coming from Philadelphia at, 209 pounds even. He's wearing white trunks, former world's heavyweight champion, Smokin' Joe Frazier.
The introduction of Joe, who now gets a chorus of cheers with an admixture of vocal disapproval.
And Louisville, Kentucky, at 212 pounds. He's wearing white trunks also. Wearing white trunks, former world's heavyweight champion also, Mr. Muhammad Ali.
We'll be back for the start of the fight in a moment. Bell for round 1, the action begins. Frazier's task to stay all over Ali. Don't give Ali jabbing room. Ali's task to stay away. Use his most effective blow, the left jab. If there's any punch in Ali left, it would be in the left hook. The right hand, as you all know, is suspect. It's been damaged again and again and again, and there is an apparent bursitis between the knuckles. At the same time, as Frazier follows Ali, he must be careful not to do what he did in the first fight. Move the right foot ahead of the left. He must angle his approach as he's doing now, lagging the right leg to give Ali only a slanting shot at the Frazier face. Watch these things closely as the fight develops.
Stop on a dime. Stop on a dime.
Ali pulling the shuffle in the first round, and he said he'd be doing no clowning. Ali dancing, circling in the main steadily to the left and using the left jab whenever he can.
Stop on a dime.
Look at Joe. He is lagging the right leg, which is a change of style for him. That enables him to cut off the ring on Ali.
You're looking good, baby. Cook. Stay mean. Between the elbows. Between the elbows.
Ali has also said in his pre-fight propaganda that he will not allow himself to languish against the ropes as he did in the first fight. We have a minute to go in round one. Joe working on the body and getting in a left to the body directly above us. Ali with two quick ones to the head, the left and the right in combination, and another left.
On a dime count. Between the elbows.
Note that the continual pursuer is Frazier, which was the case in the first fight. Ali again with a quick combination. It was a right lead and then the left. So he did use the right. 10 seconds left in the round. The bell for round two. Both fighters in white trunks. You know them each. You don't need any more identification, though, for any neophytes who might be watching, as Frazier comes right at Ali, trying to do damage immediately. Ali's black trim goes up to the black belt.
Between the elbows. Between the elbows. Cut him under, champ. Cut him under, champ.
Ali using that left jab, as he did in the first fight, the very tactic Frazier had to be sure to expect.
You got the stick to keep it. You got the stick to keep the distance.
The crowd yells when Joe lands a left hook, and he got in a good one to the belly.
Cook time.
Crowd remembers the damage Frazier did in the last fight with that left hook, hitting Muhammad often to the stomach and wearing him down. Ali has been dancing throughout this fight, on his toes steadily. Dancing is one thing. Movement is another.
Long range.
You can't dance for 12 or 15 rounds, as Ali says. There's no way. Clever movement is what you need.
Stick him and cut him under.
Ali covering up while Joe flails away, and Ali got in a good right to the head. But the crowd is now, at least those around us, calling for Joe because he continues to pursue and to be the aggressor in the battle. We've got a minute left to go in round two.
That's it, champ.
It's round two.
That's it, baby. Come on, champ. Come on,
Referee
champ.
Perez separates the fighters. Ali continues to move, as you can see.
Poison on it, champ.
Joe coming at him.
Put that poison on it.
Much the same as in the early rounds of the first fight. And that was a good right. Joe was staggered there. Joe's backing off for the first time in the fight. He was hurt by that right of Ali's. Referee Tony Perez separates the fighter, calls for the end of the round, but I didn't hear a bell. Bertie Pacheco takes out Muhammad Ali's mouthpiece, and now referee Perez calls them back to finish the round. A confusing incident, but that's the way it is. The bell for round two. As you can see, Ali without his mouthpiece. He got in a good right near the end of that round, just before Tony Perez made the mistake. Now in slow motion, watch in the early part of the round, Frazier connect with a real good left. And Ali will follow with a good right. Watch closely. There's the left. Now, Ali right back with the right as Frazier dropped his left after delivering it. Now this is close to the end of the round. And watch for the right that I talked about that backed Frazier off and indeed staggered. Ali sets it up with the two left jabs, and there's the right connecting cleanly. Now watch closely. Joe Frazier backing off for the first time in the fight. He was hurt, no question about it. No, it's not for the heavyweight championship of the world. But as I said at the top of the show, curiously, some of the magic of the first fight is here in this crowd, in its anticipation, and I'm sure all over the country. Quickly, Joe came at Ali, who's in his own corner, and they're flailing away, and just as quickly, Ali scored with a left and a right and a left to the head. How much can Frazier take? Will Ali be able to render the punishment that he did the last time, even though he lost? Since that time, Joe took tremendous punishment. 6 knockdowns from George Foreman, and had trouble even with Joe Bugner over in London. But how much can Ali punch? How much can he hurt at this stage of his career?
Turn him under. There it is. Come on, Joe. That's it. That's it. All night long, Joe. All night long. All night, Joe. All night. All night.
Little less than 2 minutes left in round 3. I'll tell you this, in the first fight, Ali was waving in disdain at Frazier, and he was clowning. He's living up to this point, apart from the quick evidence of the Ali shuffle, by his promise not to clown. The roar from the crowd as Joe connected with only a glancing, a grazing left against Ali's jaw. And such is the nature of Joe's power in that left hook that the crowd will roar every time he throws it.
Get over that rope. Get down.
Frazier smiling momentarily in the middle of the ring. A minute left in round 3. That's Joe's way of showing his disdain for Ali's absence of punching power, as Joe views it.
Stick him while you done. That's it. It's okay. It's okay, Tom. It's okay. It's okay.
Hear the crowd yell when Joe threw that left, which missed. I must say, up to this point, Ali has been a master at stopping Joe's left with his gloves. Joe again taking the Ali jab. 10 seconds left in the 3rd round.
We'll be going back to round 4 in just a second, but we have some college basketball scores for you now. In an upset, Cincinnati beat Marquette 92-77. South Carolina defeated Houston 104-86, and Pittsburgh beat West Virginia 83-78. Getting back to the fight, you know, keeping the official scoring that night was Judge Tony Castellano, Judge Jack Gordon, and referee Tony Perez. At this stage in the fight, after 3 rounds, Judge Castellano had Ali ahead 3-0. Judge Gordon had Ali ahead 2-1, and referee Perez had Ali 2-1. All 3 had Ali winning the first 2 rounds. Now, let's go back to my man Howard for round 4.
Round 4 is underway. Drew Brown Bundini is screaming all night long. Clearly at the moment, Ali is dominant. He's scoring with his left, and he's throwing the right more than one might have expected and frequently landing.
Wait for that trumpet top. Go back dancing. Keep dancing. Keep dancing. Don't get anxious. Box back into it.
This, of course, is a scheduled 12-rounder. 20,748 people have paid a gross of $1,053,688 here at Madison Square Garden tonight. 2 minutes left in the fourth round. Those figures just a reflection of the national interest in this bout.
While you dance, stick it while you dance. Get that beat you.
You're going to hear Drew Brown Bundini behind me all night. Frazier trying to strike at Ali while in the corner, but the blows picked off by Ali's gloves. Ali using the jab effectively. Still dancing. Remember, he danced, as he puts it, for the first 4 rounds of the first fight. Always on his toes.
Go back dancing. Stop on it down. Keep dancing.
Minute left in round 4. It's too early to tell, but one does have to at least conjure with the notion that Ali is indeed in much better shape than he was for their first match. And up to this point, he certainly looks better than he did in either match against Norton and against Rudy Lubers in Indonesia. Rudy Lubers, you remember him. A little Dutch heavyweight whom Ali never even threw a right at. The end of the round, back in a moment. You're looking at Joe Frazier's corner. Manager Eddie Futch working over him. The only visible damage to Frazier at this point is lodged in the right eye, which is definitely bloodshot. There's been no discernible trickle of blood from the corner of the eye, but it's been the recipient of a goodly number of Ali lefts up to this point. Again, as you see Ali, he's not even sitting down in his corner. Well, he used that tactic against Norton in the second fight. I'm not sure that's Drew Brown Bundini next to him that it's the wisest thing in the world, but it is an evidence of confidence if the adversary takes it seriously. Round 5 is underway. Tony Perez is the referee. Then Joe scored. He scored with 2 quick ones to the stomach, the chest, and then a third to the right cheek of Ali. Frazier looked good in that last exchange in the corner. You heard the roar of the crowd, and if you remember the first fight, clearly Frazier started to come on strongly in the 5th round. That was a 15-rounder. This is only a 12-rounder. Watch and see if Ali drops that right after he throws it, because Frazier took great advantage of that in the first fight with his left hook. Frazier contends that Ali cannot keep his hands up, except when he's against the ropes.
Hold him till the trumpet top comes. Hold him till the trumpet top comes. Go like a butterfly. Let's dance, chum. Dance. Dance.
A minute 30 in the 5th round. A minute 30 left. You don't want to draw judgments too quickly, but it does seem that Ali is back against the ropes more in this round than he has been in the prior ones. You don't see the movement in Ali in this round to the same degree that you saw in the prior four. Less than a minute to go in round 5. And there's Ali wrestling against the ropes.
Final. Okay, champ. Okay, champ. All night long it's going to be like that.
Less than 30 seconds in round 5.
All night long.
Less than 10 seconds. The countdown in round 5. There it is. And now the bell for round 6. The action begins. Ali with a flurry, only some of which got through Frazier's gloves.
Get back and down.
He threw about 6 punches, 3 perhaps got through.
Stick while you down. That's it, champ. That's it. Boxing to death. That sucker can't box.